Hey everybody, welcome back to the SMU Death Penalty Dynasty in NCAA Football 2006. This is James coming back at you. It's season 13, it is the 2017 season, and it is our final year at SMU. We're going to do a little preseason video here before we dip into the season. We're going to go through the roster, we're going to maybe set the depth chart a little bit, go through red shirts, and then go through the schedule and see what we want to see, and then maybe go through some previous recruits as well. So hope you have a great day, and hope you enjoy the little video here before we get started on our final year at SMU. Still have not decided where we'll go next. We'll see. So first thing I want to do is check out Athlon Sports and check out the preseason polls. You can see we are A+ across the board with A- special teams. We go to overall, we are the only A+ team in the country. You see Ohio State's right there, Colorado, Texas A&M, and Nebraska. We will play all three of these teams. So judging by the rating system, number 3, 4, and number 5 teams in the country are all on our schedule. So because of that, we don't necessarily have to go that hard in terms of scheduling. We don't have to go too crazy. You can see the A's peter out pretty quickly, and then you get into the B+, which, again, we're a full letter grade ahead of that. I like to go like the best defenses. SMU, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Cal, and Iowa are all A+, and then offensively, we have an A+ offense, and nobody else is above an A-. So Colorado's pretty close at A-, but offense tends to kind of fall off a little bit. I don't really know why that is, unless I start really plugging in talent here offensively into the recruiting system. I guess everyone just kind of stays here. So it's kind of disappointing, but that is what it is. Worst team is UCF, C-. Scott Frost not quite getting it done with the Golden Knights currently. That's a real shame. Go to offense. James Madison has the worst defense. You can see the amount of D+ here are pretty shocking, if we're honest. James Madison, Troy, Miami, Wyoming, Western Kentucky, Central Florida on here as well, along with Tulsa, who just 2 years ago won Conference USA at first time of asking once or left, along with Ball State and App State. Ball State was in the MAC title game last year. Going through, there are 2 teams that are D+ defense, so it is clear that the defense is a bit of a neck up on offenses as a whole. Louisville and Akron are your 2 D+ defenses. So Louisville's kind of falling on hard times as well. And then C-, Maine, BYU, Utah State, UCF, Tulsa, New Mexico, App State, UL Lafayette, Troy, Penn State. Speaking of teams that have fallen on hard times, Penn State is not having a fun time in this dynasty. To be perfectly honest with you, sorry to all the Penn State fans out there, I am not particularly interested in resuscitating Penn State, so they might just have to go figure it out. North Carolina, Nevada, Kansas, Iowa State down here, and Ball State as well, along with Arkansas State. So going to the Heisman watch here, I would imagine Eric Clark's right up top. He's the back-to-back Heisman Trophy winner. He's going to try to make it 3 for 3 this year. Drayton Anderson's right behind him, so we'll see how that goes. Fresno State has a guy here. Let's take a look. 91 overall. That's cool. Good for Fresno State. Quarterback out of Purdue, Quentin Carter. This name actually sounds familiar. I feel like this is a kid that we scouted but didn't pull the trigger on a couple of years ago because he was the same class as Eric Clark. Quentin Carter, and then we've got Anthony Grant, also a junior, also part of that class from 2 years ago from University Heights, Virginia. All very good players. Preseason All-Americans. Eric Clark, obviously. Drayton Anderson is the number 1 wide receiver. If we go down the board, do we have anybody else? We do have Evan Favors on the first team preseason All-American list. Second team, we go down the board. We don't have anybody there. So if we go to the Big 12, we have Clark, Anderson, Nate Mills is on here. That's great. And then a Favors as well. Second team, both of our halfbacks, Ja'Carry Brown and Freddie Wilson, the pass catcher. Both of our halfbacks for second team. Anybody else? We do not. So kind of a limited look. Conference outlook, I would imagine we're tops. SMU, Texas, Colorado, Nebraska, Oklahoma State, Texas A&M. The conference is very good. Nebraska's taking a bit of a dip, but recruiting-wise, all these teams are here. Texas just had the number 1 class. Colorado was top 5. They're all very good. So that's very interesting. Toughest places to play. I don't look at this very often. Kyle Field's number 1. We never get on these lists. Like, there's really no way to manipulate this. Fresno State's on here, number 25. Colorado's 24. We're not on here, even though we have a big stadium. Nebraska's number 15. There's no way to like really get in on this list. I really have not seen it before. I guess I could experiment with it. Say, hey, if I build a 100,000 seat stadium and get awesome, what happens? So I actually get on this list. I do not know. So anyway, moving on from that, we're gonna go to the we are gonna go to the let's do rosters real quick. I want to take a look at the guys that we lost out on. I do have that list, and I want to go ahead and take a look at that. So first off, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to Florida State. We're going to find Florida State here. Go scroll right. In fact, I take that back. I'm going to take that back, immediately counter that. We're going to go to Cal. Cal got a 4-star corner from us. That is Dan Griffin. He's 80 overall, 99 speed out of Channelview, Texas. We recruited him to the very last breath, and he ended up deciding on Cal over us. Look at the profile: 99 speed, 94 agility, 98 acceleration, 94 jump. Very talented, 59 overall. Probably going to get a red shirt. I mean, he should get a red shirt. That'd be the way to go. But yeah, he was going to be our number 1 corner target here. Scroll a little bit farther. We're going to go back to Colorado. Colorado got a 4-star wide receiver that we wanted late, and he's very good. In fact, he might start right away. He's 80 overall. Carlos Fitzpatrick out of Aurora, Colorado. Just right up the highway from us here. 90 speed, 90 agility, 92 acceleration, 82 catch, 91 jump, 65 awareness. Very, very solid player. Above average in every single category. Even has really good stamina, just for fun. So, really good player there. When we stay at Colorado, look at this. Julian Clemens, 96 overall. They already had 2 seniors on the team. Clemens is going to be the starter. We already know all about it. It says he has 3 junior college years. He's only technically a true junior, not a redshirt junior, but it's all semantics. He's going to play. He's going to be their starter. In terms of overall players, Brandon Bradley is a 96 overall. So of Colorado's 3 best players, 2 of them are guys that we either recruited incredibly hard or actively were on our team. So Colorado doing pretty good work there. If we scroll a little bit, I think LSU is going to be the next team that we look for. Nope, that's not true. Florida State got a 5-star wide receiver, Brandon Marshall, the number 1 receiver in the class last year, 6'8", 194 to Terrytown, Louisiana. 6'8", 194, 89 speed, 85 agility, 91 acceleration, 99 jump, 86 catch. The dude is a deep ball merchant, and we would have had him in a deep ball offense. Not a burner, but he would have gone up and gotten every single thing. 6'8" with 99 jump and 86 catch. That's absolutely sick. Great player. He's going to be great at Florida State. We're really brokenhearted about that. We'll go ahead and move on here. Next team is going to be, I believe it is, well, actually, we can check out our transfers. Here's Caderon Cooper. He's a redshirt junior. He's got to sit, so he's going to have 1 year to play one, and that's going to be in 2018. But he will be their best guard. And then if you scroll over to outside linebacker, Kentrell Byrd. He's a true sophomore, so he'll get 3 years to play. He'll redshirt this year, and he might be their best outside linebacker. So good luck to Kentrell Byrd and to Caderon Cooper at Kansas. Move a little bit farther here, we get to LSU. There was a 4-star corner we initially went after but did not get, and that was Chris Smith, only a 74. So maybe we dodged a bit of a bullet here out of Rosenberg, Texas. 84 jump, 91 speed, 93 agility, 88 acceleration. Don't love the jump, and not terribly physical either. So agility is great, speed's great, but that 84 jump's a little bit worrisome, even at 6'1". So good luck to him. Taking a look here, if we keep going down the road, I believe the next player is going to be at Nebraska. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so there was a center that we went after and did not get. This kid, John Graham, 82 overall center. Yeah, this kid looked the part. 76 acceleration, 90 pass block, 92 run block, 84 strength, and only 84 strength. That can go up. So the 2 attributes that can really jump for him are strength, along with pass block and run block. He's got all the tools, and he's already 82 overall. So really, really good looking player there. He's going to be probably a 99 overall before he's all said and done. So let's go ahead and move on. Next player, let's take a look. We are going to go to, I believe, we're going to go to Texas. Yeah, Texas and Texas A&M. So we lost a strong safety to Texas. So this kid right here, Richard Tompkins, is a 72. So he was as is a 3-star. Texas A&M, we lost a defensive tackle, and that was Jermaine Overstreet, who's also a 72. So only 80 strength. That's a little bit weak from what we're looking for. So that kid's got some growing to do, but he does have the size to do it. Last player is Wisconsin. This was a late ad that we went after at tackle because we were getting a little bit of flack from Ramirez, who ended up not committing anywhere. And Pat Martin, 6'8", 342, really good acceleration. Yeah, he's a 76 overall with great strength. So that's who we missed out on. Those are the players that we did not land, but we landed a bunch of other really good ones. So yeah, so we're really excited about that. Let's go ahead and check out preseason options. First thing we're going to do is redshirt. And you saw really quickly there we already have an A+ schedule, so we'll see how it shakes out. Eric Clark obviously is going to be the starter at 99 overall. Stan Turner, the recruit, the 4-star kid out of Washington, he's going to redshirt. Another 3-star kid, Brad Johnson, is going to be the backup with Robertson being the 3rd stringer. So Clark set up to have a big year. Johnson could be set up for 2018, and then Robertson could be set up for 2019. So you have a progression here of quarterbacks, really, if they want, for the next 4 to 5 years. So good luck to them. Wilson and McKenzie, we're going to redshirt McKenzie. We did have to cut Bonnet. He ended up looking for a little bit more playing time. He didn't really progress, and he was just a victim of the roster crunch. Freddie Wilson's the backup. Derek White is the 3rd stringer. Fullback, Ostrom's here. Wide receiver, Anderson is going to be the go-to guy. Jones, again, he's 90 as a junior. A little bit skeptical, and then we got to kind of figure out what we're doing at 4 and 5, because we have 4 guys here that are all 80 overall, that are all redshirted. Demps, Wagner, Nash, and Brown will figure it out. The 3 freshmen are all going to redshirt 78, 78, 74, so the 10 wide receiver center, 7 are going to be on the roster, which means we shouldn't really need to play a second tight end. I'm going to probably try to get a cheapy redshirt for Tristan Thompson so that he can have 3 solid years as a starter. Tackle, Archer's a quick red shirt. You see Lyles and Freund are going to be the starters left and right tackle. Anderson and Durbin are going to be the starters inside, with Taylor and Robinson both taking red shirts, and then Strong's going to be the starter at center. If Beck's good enough, he might get a shot at tackle. Like 87, 92, I don't know. We'll see. Smith, I'm going to let it ride here for now. Unless Moody can play that role, which he might. We might try to get a cheapy red shirt for Smith because, Bozeman is the backup. I have 299 overall defensive ends. Bozeman's the backup for both, and let's see if we can get a red shirt for Smith. That is the goal. Johnson will red shirt, as I mentioned, so we roll 4 deep at defensive tackle. Outside linebacker, Tuiasa Sopo is going to red shirt, so Rivas can be the 4. We're going to try to red shirt Bailey as well, so that gives us 6 linebackers that we can rock with, so we're excited about that. Cornerback, Cruz is our number 2, 74 overall awareness, Klazarian Henry, and Edwards, those are your 4. We recruited 3 corners. I'm actually a little bit surprised we recruited as much as we did in the secondary, 76, 74, 72. All need to redshirt, and I think that's just fine. Bradford's going to redshirt. Stevens will probably be that backup free safety / number 5 corner, and then Smith is going to play. So Gray and Garcia. So those are your red shirts. I didn't count, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 red shirts. Go ahead and take them off the board here. And now let's go to custom schedules. Like I said, we're A+. We do want to play, our former opponents as much as we can. Kansas is on the 18th, so I do want to have a late season game around Thanksgiving. So we'll go ahead and start right there. So I'm looking for old Conference USA teams. We'll see who's available. Sometimes teams just aren't available to play this week, so we'll see who is. So I like to go to the bottom first and then go up. Oh, here we go. Well, ECU's here. We can play ECU. Be kind of a weird matchup at the end of the year. Yeah, Buffalo, BYU. No. ECU's the only team that's actually on here. So maybe it's ECU. Let's go ahead and keep that there. And then we'll remove a game. We can't go below. Tulane can't go below 11. We are full. So I would like to buy a week here. So I will do what I can. Basically, what you kind of have to do is just scroll through this list and see if you can find another team that already has 12 games scheduled. And then there you go. So it's Arizona. They come off the board. All right, here we go. UNLV, UAB. UAB is an option. I think UAB might be an option here. We haven't played UAB in a while. So yeah, let's go ahead and schedule UAB. We will host them, and then let's move Iowa. Sorry, Iowa. Not really super duper interested. We'll go add Houston, and then let's see if there's one more kind of like mid-tier team that we can play, because I don't want to have an A- strength schedule. I'd like it to be A or A+. I cannot seem to find UTEP. They have been a bugaboo in trying to find them, so maybe I need to get off of UAB. Maybe I can find UTEP. No, not there either. So let's go ahead, scroll up. I did see Rice down there. I'm not super interested in doing that. There's North Texas again. Again, the thumbnail issue is a real thing in my life, and like in my brain now. So I don't really wanna. Is there anybody here that makes legitimate sense? Play Colorado State. They're kind of close. Central Michigan, Buffalo Brown, Bowling Green, Boise. I mean, Boise's terrible. So I don't know if I want to do that. App State, Alcorn. Who do I want to play? So I think I'm pretty good right now. Maybe it's North Texas. That brings us up to an A. They were 11-1. They finished the season number 6 last year. So maybe they're an option. If I can't get what I want in week 2, maybe I try week 1. Maybe we play a game and have a bye and then go from there. Maybe that gets us UTEP, which is kind of what I'm looking for. I think we owe UTEP a game because they played us pretty well last year. So go UTEP. We're gonna host UTEP. UTEP, Houston, North Texas. We finish with ECU. I think I want to. No, I kind of like ECU being where they're at. I think that's fine. Scroll up. So where does that put us at here? So we're UTEP, at Houston 1, Nebraska 2, Missouri 3, A&M 4, Kansas 5. So that's 5 road games, which means 7 home games. UTEP bye at Houston, North Texas bye at Nebraska, Baylor at Missouri, number 22 Oklahoma State at number 23 Texas A&M, Kansas State at home, Colorado at home, at Kansas and ECU. This will be the Julian Clemens game, so that should be fun. And that one might decide the Big 12 North. So I think that will be pretty nice. So that's your custom schedule. If we go ahead and take a look at it here, you see we play on the 26th, kind of in week 0, have a bye. We'll play Houston week 9, then North Texas, another bye, Nebraska. Things get hot and heavy here. I think we're playing on all Saturdays, and yep. So we end the season playing 8 games in a row, including our full conference slate. So yeah, so we've got that. We can take a quick look at the roster here. I want to see who my impact players are. It looks like it's going to be Eric Clark and Dupree Hawkins. I think as the season goes along, you might see Nate Mills take a slot. You might see Drayton Anderson take a slot. That would be my best guess. Don't have any interest. So if we look at the depth chart real quick, Clark, Johnson, Robertson, Brown, Wilson, White, Ostrom, White is the backup tight end, Anderson, Jones, Holt, and it's got Brown. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure this out. We'll take care of it. But you look at our line, initially it's 90, 93, 96, 96, 87. You see Strong would be an 88 tackle, which is interesting. It's only an improvement of 1, and then it'd be a down 4 here, so I don't think I want to do that. Bozeman's going to be the back of our both spots. Smith will be right there as well. Henderson, Barksdale, Mackey, Moody, and then Bozeman. I think that's fine. Hassan Adams at left, Brown in the middle, and then Hawkins on the right. So it's going to be a lot of Brown and a lot of Hawkins. Probably a lot of Hawkins, if I had to guess, because he's impact. Corner, Williams, Cruz, Edwards, Henry with Smith. Smith right there. Okay, interesting. Actually, I'm going to put, I think that's fine. I think that's just fine. Smith can be the 5. Lacey and Stevens are your 1-2. Favors and Smith are your 1-2. We actually are going to have Garcia be the kicker again this year. He was better. And then kick returner, it's not going to be Jakari Brown. I can promise you that. I think you're going to be looking, do I have a 99 speed guy on here that isn't redshirting? Got some speed here. We got a lot of 90s, a lot of stuff in the 90s. It might be Cozy Williams. Let's see, his stamina is 94, so I think Cozy Williams is an option there. Drayton Anderson I do want to mess with, and then Freddie Wilson was the main returner last year. He's got good enough stamina. Let's see here, 95, 91, 96, 95, 91, 95. Good stamina. I think, yeah, Wilson's going to be the primary, Wilson secondary, and then Freddie Wilson will be the primary returner here as well, because we don't want to burn out our corner. Kickoff specialist Garcia clearing away. Beck's going to get on the field as a long snapper, and that's how it looks. So if we go to play week, we are A+ across the board. We've got a 39-game winning streak, and that is how it looks. So we're excited for the upcoming season. We're going to try to run the table. If we do, that'll give us a winning streak of 53, which I believe would be the NCAA record and would break the record that I set in a previous dynasty. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Coaching career, the longest streak is 52, which I set with Alaska. So if we win out, we'll break this. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. Really enjoy it. We'll get started. Our first game, we got UTEP again. So we'll see what happens. We're excited for the new year. See if we can make it 3 in a row. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.